Coming up for you today, I'm going to be asking if Blue Monday represents a genuine mental illness, health issue, or if it's a PR stunt. Going to be discussing the football manager who paid for fans to travel to a game out of his own pocket, and we're going to be a way to break the Brexit deadlock, which is right in the middle of the Palace of Westminster. There he is now. So we were debating in the last hour, John, whether it's Plan B or Plan A 2.0. Heard a lot about over the last 2 years, particularly the last 6 months, but exactly what does it mean? We've got a handy screen for you. Here we go. The backstop is a safety mechanism to avoid a hard border on the island of Ireland. If the backstop comes into effect, the UK will enter a single customs territory with the EU so that goods can travel freely across the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and there wouldn't be a hard border. There'll be some checks on goods going to Northern Ireland from the rest of the UK, which the DUP says threatens the union. Northern Irish businesses will also have to follow some EU rules to avoid a hard border, including legislation on goods standards. In Brussels, the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, Michel Barnier, appears to have ruled out the UK striking a bilateral deal with Ireland to break the deadlock over that backstop. It comes as Poland's foreign minister broke ranks with the EU to suggest a 5-year time limit on the backstop would be better than a no-deal Brexit. Jeremy Hunt has been meeting other EU foreign ministers today and reaffirmed the UK's commitment to the Good Friday Agreement. Overnight strikes on Iranian targets in Syria. The Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, says he won't let Iranian aggression go unanswered. He confirmed the operation hit Iranian Quds targets and Syrian forces helping them. Alex Rossi is in Jerusalem for us. Hi, Alex. We talked about this in the last hour. For benefit of those that weren't with us, explain to us why we found ourselves in this position. Third Monday in January, said to be the most depressing day of the year, a combination of post-Christmas blues, cold, dark winter nights, failing New Year's resolutions, and the arrival of dreaded credit card bills. The phrase Blue Monday was actually invented by a travel company to encourage people to book a summer holiday. But are the January blues a real medical condition, or is it just that we're all feeling a little bit miserable at this time of year? Joined here in the studio by psychologist Honey Lancaster-James. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. But before we speak to you, Honey, let's bring in Sir Carrie Cooper, who's running. Let's bring in Honey, should we, as well? I'm guessing you agree quite a lot with what we're hearing there.
Yes, definitely in terms of the impact of in January, once Christmas is done. Well, I think there's a number of sort of psychosocial factors. Itself is a very stressful time for many. It brings up lots of difficulties in the family for some people. It brings up financial problems for some people. And often around this...
tips will you offer to people? I find January and February the worst months of the year.
Me too.
Particularly February, it rains all the flipping time, drives me nuts. January, Christmas in your rearview mirror, the light nights are so far away. So what I've done this year is I've organised with a group of friends to climb Ben Nevis at the end of this week, end of January. So we've been talking about it, we've been planning it, we've been organising it, and we've got a focus. We've got something that we can anchor onto. Is that a good thing to do, or what would you suggest to our viewers?
Definitely, it's always so we become more insular. So having a reason to chat with your friends
more at this time of year. What can they do to help? What people can do to help themselves, or do you need to go to professionals to help you? One short point that I wanted to clarify with you, and perhaps you can help our viewers with this as well, is when people look on social media and they see glossy lives and it's always smiling and sunny, and that is not real life, and that's what people need to remember, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, I always
There you go. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's too late now. Quick look at the weather.